If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I am only a resounding sound or clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have faith that can move mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and surrender my body to the flames, but I have not love, I gain nothing.
Amen.
Gotta teach you not to burn my food.
I'm sorry. My mind must have been somewhere else.
Maybe I'll teach you not to let your mind wander when you're cooking my food.
Please, I won't let it happen again. Please just let me stay with you. If I don't, where will I stay? Please. I love you.
Maybe night on the street will do you some good. Piece of trash.
Dear God, I know we haven't spoken in a while. Actually, not since I was a child. But I need you to help me this time. I need you to make him take me back. I don't know what I'll do if I don't have him. We've been together for 3 years now. You're all-knowing and all-seeing. You see what a good man he can be. I mean, he took me in after I ran away from my parents. I was only 16 years old, but I knew right when I saw him that I loved him. He's so strong and handsome. It was my fault that the food burned. I was busy thinking about what to get him for his birthday. I can be so stupid sometimes. But please, Father, let him take me back. Please, answer my prayer. You scared me half to death.
Are you alright, miss? I couldn't help but hear you cry. Can I ask what's wrong?
My boyfriend kicked me out of the house again. Usually after an hour he comes back and apologizes, but I think this time he's kicked me out for good.
He doesn't sound like that great of a guy.
But you're wrong. He's a great guy. It's my fault. I do everything wrong. I deserve what I get. He's just not a patient person.
Love is patient.
What was that?
Love. It's patient. It means that if he loved you, he'd be patient with you. Love means showing patience at times when someone needs it the most. Let me ask you something. Those bruises on your arm, how did you get them?
Miguel was hungry. He gets pretty cranky when he's hungry, so I had to turn up the heat to speed up the cooking process. Then he asked me to give him a foot rub. I guess I must have just forgotten about the food, and that's when he lost his temper and...
Yeah, he doesn't sound like that great of a guy. I mean, love is kind.
What are you talking about?
Love, it's kind. It means that if he loved you, he'd be nice to you. I mean, look. This doesn't look like love to me.
Listen, you better get out of here. If Miguel saw you here, he'd get really jealous. I remember this one time in particular, we were at this party, and this guy started flirting with me. Miguel got so jealous that he called me a slut in front of everybody, and literally pulled me out by my hair. He had me convinced I was a slut.
Love is never envious. If he loved you, he would trust you. He would know that you wouldn't cheat on him.
The funny thing is that he likes to talk about his past girlfriends. He likes to remind me of them so that I can know that he can dump me at any time.
Love does not boast, and it's not proud. True love means humility and loving the person better than they love themselves. Can you say that he loves you better than he loves himself?
No, but I don't deserve to be treated well. Not after all the things I do that make him so angry. And he constantly reminds me of them so that I know what I really am.
Love is not easily angered, and it doesn't keep a record of wrongs. If he really loved you, he'd forgive you when you make a mistake, and he wouldn't bring it up again. If he really loved you, then he would hold his temper. I mean, It's alright to get angry every once in a while, but if he's always upset about something that you've done, then it doesn't seem like he loves you. Let me ask you another question. How does he treat your mother? Is he respectful?
No. Come to think of it, he would always talk down to my mother. He would say that he didn't like her attitude. So he was the type to say whatever what was on his mind. He would tell us that he was the type to do that, and I just had to accept it. My mother said she wouldn't call me until after I broke up with him. It's been almost 2 years now. I miss her.
Love is not rude. If he really loved you, then he would treat your mother with nothing but respect. Because she's your mother, he would know how important she is to you.
You're right. I didn't like when he would joke about her dying by falling down the staircase. I didn't like when he joked like that. But I thought if I told him, I would lose him. I knew deep down inside he still loved me, though.
Love does not delight in evil, but it rejoices in the truth. True love means not wishing harm on the other person or any of their relatives.
I think I get what you're saying. You're saying that I've just wasted 3 years of my life.
I guess so, but it doesn't mean that you need to stay in this relationship either.
Usually, I would walk away from somebody who told me to leave Miguel. Who are you? Why did you stop and talk to me?
Usually, someone has to wait till they're at their lowest before they cry out to God.
Lord, forgive me. I didn't know it was you. No, I'm not even worthy to touch the hem of your shirt.
You remember that story about the woman who bled for 12 whole years? She said that if she just touched the hem of my garment that she would be healed. And she was healed alright, but it wasn't my clothes that healed her, was it?
You said it was her faith. So you're saying all I have to do is believe in you again?
It's not enough to just believe. Everyone believes, but how many people actually put their trust and their faith in me?
But how can you love something so ugly?
Who said that you're ugly?
Miguel says I'm ugly, and he's right. I'm just not as beautiful as most girls.
You were always beautiful in your Creator's eyes. Remember what David wrote in the Psalms? I will praise you because I was...
fearfully and wonderfully made. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you do, but do you really know what it means?
I guess I never thought about it.
Why don't you think about it? See, I spoke the light into being. I spoke the land, I spoke the water into being. The one thing that I spent time making was man. I created man in my image. That means that you were created in my image. Do you still think that you're ugly?
I should be mad at you. Where were you when I needed you the most? Where were you when Miguel first called me trash? When he first struck me? When he made me give up our baby?
I never left you. I never forgot about you. I just needed to hear you cry out to me.
You're right. It was my choice to leave home and move in with Miguel. I knew what I was doing. My family never liked him. They said he was dangerous. But that's what I like most about him. All I had ever known how to be was this clean-cut Christian girl that only went to school and church. And then one day this cute guy on a motorcycle stopped and asked me out on a date. It was only supposed to be that one moment of rebellion. But then he kept sweet-talking me about how he would give me anything I wanted if I just became his girl. I never had a boyfriend before, so I decided to go for it. The beatings didn't start until after I moved in. And by then, I thought I couldn't go back home. I was a harlot and a high school dropout. Miguel saw no reason for me to ever leave the house. And that's actually how the first beating started. I was just going next door one day to ask for some milk for his morning coffee. Miguel became furious because he said I would announce to our neighbors that we didn't have milk, that we couldn't go out and buy our own. I laughed because I thought it was ridiculous that he would get upset over something so small like milk. He slapped me across my face. When I asked him why he did it, he slapped me again. After that, I never questioned him. I was just his little puppet.
It's not too late to turn your life around. You just have to follow me.
Where are we going?
Do you trust me?
I think I'm starting to.
Then follow me. I'm taking you home.
Oh, yeah, Maria. Trying to take you back. Go make me sandwich.
I forgive you for what you've done to me, but I can't go back with you. I'm ready to go now.
Forget you then. I don't need you. I never needed you. Dang. I'm ready for food now.
Love never fails. And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love.